to give Vegas the lead. Wow, a stunned
Nerves of stone. The Vegas Golden Knights dethroned the Los Angeles Kings in their season opener. More later on how they did it.
And reunited, and it feels so good. Blink-182 is back together for a new tour. Just how soon could you see them rocking out here in Las Vegas?
And Rebel royalty. UNLV's homecoming week is heating up with school spirit. We have someone on the show who could be crowned queen by the end of the week.
Now, news that matters to you on campus and beyond. Live. You're watching Studio G.
And welcome to Studio G. I'm Mia Nakamura.
And I'm Dominic Lavoie. Thank you all for joining us. The Vegas Golden Knights took down the Los Angeles Kings last night in their season opener, thanks in large part to scoring from 4 different players. This comes off of the Vegas Golden Knights missing the playoffs last season, the first time in franchise history that has happened. We'll have more details later from Chris Clark.
The Clark County Education Association announcing it is not endorsing anyone for the 2022 governor's race. Despite endorsing Governor Steve Sisolak in the 2018 election, the union said it's because the education issues have not been addressed. This is the first time they are not endorsing a candidate.
And new this morning, Davante Adams of the Las Vegas Raiders has officially been cited by the Kansas City Municipal Court for shoving photographer Ryan Zedley. According to the police report, the photographer says he suffered whiplash and possibly a minor concussion from the shove. An amount on the citation has not yet been released, and on screen is Davante Adams' apology on Twitter.
And from football to baseball, the November election could sway the A's future home to Las Vegas. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred said that he prefers them to stay put, but still considers Las Vegas as an option.
The current Oakland mayor favors the proposed ballpark, but her expiring term means there will be 2 new city council members following the election. A's President Dave Kaval said that if the waterfront ballpark in Oakland isn't greenlit by the end of the year, the team would likely land in Las Vegas.
Remember this viral ad from a few years ago?
And no one knew me at camp. I was just a big random loser. Then, things changed. I got my period. The red badge of courage.
Feminine hygiene is making headlines again as CVS announced it will reduce period products prices by 25%. CVS said that they will be paying the tax on period products on behalf of the customers.
As water in the West continues to dry up, Las Vegas's water police helps protect the valley by enforcing water restrictions. The federal government has placed a 2-tier water restriction out, slapping penalties on violations ranging from $80 for the first violation to over $1,200 for the 5th. You can report water waste by using the Las Vegas Water District's online form or calling 702-822-8571. So Jade, since we're in a bit of a water shortage right now, can we expect any rainfall to help us out in this next week?
Unfortunately, we cannot. It is going to be very dry for the rest of the week until the weekend. And today we actually have a high of 89 degrees, very dry, not a lot of wind, not a lot of cloud coverage either. Across the valley, we have temperatures that are pretty much all the same across the valley. And waiting for fall weather. When is our fall weather finally going to come? Stay with us for your 7-day and more. Mia, Dom, what do you have for us?
Well, Jade, thank you so much for that little weather report. And the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals have decided that the original Texas versus United States Daca case was unlawful. Our reporter Lena Atut spoke with Nayeli Rico Lopez, the coordinator for the undocumented student program at UNLV, about what this means for our campus.
Sorry about those technical difficulties there. UNLV brings a new meaning to old school Vegas with the new school robots. The food delivery robots will make their debut today at the UNLV Homecoming Parade. On-campus deliveries will begin on Monday, October 17th. To see which UNLV locations offer food robot delivery, make sure you're connected to the UNLV campus through the Grubhub app.
Back to the minor leagues. The Las Vegas ballpark is hosting a job fair today from 3 to 6 p.m. in the Play Studios Club. Available seasonal positions include banquet servers, cooks, cashiers, and many more. Attendees are advised to park in the East Event Lot and enter through the VIP entry.
And voting season has made its way on campus. The 2022 Csun Senate elections are here. The ballot for the Senate election is now live on the UNLV Involvement Center. All UNLV undergrads will be able to vote for their college's senators today and tomorrow. For more information about who is on this year's ballot, you can find it in an email from the Csun president under Csun Senate elections.
Calling all punk rock fans. Could the reunion of these bands take fans back to where they were young? We'll let you know right after the break.
If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. At Boys Town, we know that a parent's mental health is important too. Visit boystown.org/stressedout for great self-care tips for parents. You can even download an ebook to guide you and your family through self-care strategies. Because healthy parents are key to happy families.
There are approximately 200,000 veterans who live in Nevada, with over 50% of those living here in Las Vegas. For this week's Military Spotlight, Christopher Clark spoke to Ross Bryant about the MVSC, or Military and Veteran Services Center at UNLV.
I am a retired Army. I did 25 years in the Army from private to major. And I was the commander of the Army ROTC here at UNLV as my last assignment.
The MVSC are responsible for taking care of the paperwork that gets military, veterans, and family members paid their GI Bill benefits. It does not just end there, though. For many veterans, this is the first time outside of the structured life they once lived. Ross and the MVSC take on the role of being that support system so military and veterans who attend UNLV have a successful experience.
Just getting out of the branch, it is a shift to be now an individual on a 30,000 student campus where no one's taking charge, no one is taking attendance, no one cares if you show up. You had a structured life in the service that now you have to be your own drill sergeant. You have to, be your own motivator, and we're here to help those folks.
The pandemic in particular was a challenging time for the MVSC. They had to develop an electronic system that allowed military, veterans, and family members to still get paid on time. The pandemic proved to be a positive for the MVSC as it allowed them to develop a system that more than doubled production, in addition to the development of other services.
During the pandemic, the VA also allowed us to have what's called VA Vital, which is all mental health services, VA healthcare, and allow, let's say you're a veteran and you can't get an appointment, the gentleman on campus, James Taylor, can, under VA Vital, fast track you, get you an appointment, and help you through the bureaucracy to get you the services you need.
The MVSC does not only have leaders, but they also create them. Student Veterans of America was set up by an alumni of the MVSC, and 2 former MVSC presidents were voted Veteran of the Year out of 1,500 schools. All of this over a 10-year period, which the MVSC plans to celebrate this month in style.
Having an actual veteran center, a place to call home for vets who come through here, we're very proud of that. So we were able to develop a 10-year anniversary logo. We're going to have some mugs and we have some swag items, but we're going to have a breakfast on October 27th at 7:30 at this ballroom.
During the breakfast, key military and veteran supporters will be recognized, and Rebel vet alum and commander of the USS Rhode Island nuclear submarine, Stephen Cole, will be present. To RSVP for the event, visit engage.unlv.edu/2020veterans.
And now, this is Studio G weather.
Thank you, Mia. And And thank you to everyone who served or who currently is serving us. But heading into weather, today for our weather headlines, we have another dry heat day, not a lot of cloud coverage, and we have clear skies. And for our evening planner, we're going to reach our peak at 3 p.m. at 89 degrees, and then it's going to taper off going further into the night. And tomorrow, our sunrise temperature is going to be 65 degrees, and our sunset temperature is going to be 75 degrees. And through the months of September and October, we are losing approximately 2 minutes a day, so our sunlight is running out fast. And for our 7-day forecast, we have a hot week. But when we get into the weekend, we're going to start seeing some chances of rain heading into your Sunday and Monday, and hopefully temperatures will stay down. And why do we not have hot weather? So right here we have low pressure in the south, which is pushing rain towards the south and towards the southern states. And for our high pressure, that's where it's like Portland, and it's giving a lot of dry weather. So Portland, you're going to get a lot of dry weather. So those two are mixing, and it's stopping the cold front from coming to Vegas, as you see right here. We're here. So the weather's in a little bit of a traffic jam, but once we head into the weekend, the high pressure is going to move away and the low pressure is going to see us, and our cold front will hopefully finally come. And for our UNLV itinerary today, we have Rebel Homecoming at 5 p.m. at the Valerie Pina Plaza, and at 7:30 we have the Scarlet and Gray Homecoming Parade. Rebels, go have some fun today. It looks like it's going to be super fun with a lot of events. Dom, Mia, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Jade. It seems like it's going to be a really fun day, but another fun thing is in Henderson. A Henderson favorite is returning for the upcoming holiday season. Ethel M. Chocolates announced the return of the holiday cactus lights. The display goes up November 4th through January 1st and will not require reservations for attendees. The entry fee is only $1 per person, with proceeds going to Help of Southern Nevada and 3 Square Food Bank. For more information, visit ethelm.com.
And what's my age again? Because Blink 182 and Green Day reunite for the 2023 When We Are Young Festival. This comes after Blink 182 announced their group reuniting with founding member Tom DeLonge. The punk rock band will be releasing a brand new single later this week. Tickets for the When We Are Young Festival go on sale this Friday.
And we might be in spooky season right now, but Winter Wonderland is just around the corner on the top of a casino. The Cosmopolitan's iconic rooftop ice rink returns November 15th through January 2nd. The chalet is also returning for guests to roast their chestnuts on an open fire while watching holiday classics. For more information and purchasing advance tickets, visit cosmopolitanlasvegas.com/ice rink. And speaking of ice, the Vegas Golden Knights opened up their season last night on the road. Let's check in with Chris Clark for sports.
Thank you, Dom. Yeah, so as you heard earlier in the show, the Golden Knights traveled to Los Angeles and defeated the Los Angeles Kings 4-3. The Knights got goals from Jonathan Marchessault, Jack Eichel, William Karlsson, and Mark Stone. Stone's game winner occurring with less than 30 seconds remaining. The Knights will travel back home here at T-Mobile for their opening home game of the season against the Chicago Blackhawks on Thursday. In baseball, the National League Division Series began yesterday between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. Las Vegas native Bryce Harper had 3 hits and was responsible for one of the 7 runs the Phillies picked up in a 7-6 win over the Braves. Former UNLV baseball player Bryson Stott did not feature for the Phillies in Game 1. The series continues with Game 2 today. Other sports headlines include the Lady Rebels. They have a media day today, which is at 10:30 a.m. It will be a virtual event. UNLV men's golf is currently sitting 12 under par at the Wolfpack Classic. And UNLV women's tennis is hosting an event here at UNLV over the next 5 days. The event will feature over 120 women's collegiate tennis players. That's all I've got for sports today. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Chris. Prime Day is here and we have the hottest deals. Let's take a look at the best sales for college essentials. First, this LED desk lamp with a wireless USB charger, USB charging port, and a clock that went from $34.99 to just $25.19. Next, an insulated lunch backpack with a USB port that went from $45.99 to $28.79. And lastly, a hanging bunk bed organizer that went from $19.99 to a meager $11.19. Remember, Rebels, you get a 6-month free trial of Amazon Prime if you log in with your .edu email.
It was lights, camera, action, as some of our most talented Rebels were on display yesterday at the Rebel Variety Show. The acts featured musical tributes to Britney Spears, the Beatles, Elvis, stand-up comedy, and even a karate routine. The group known as the Hound Dogs, a coalition of several Greek groups, took home first prize in the group category for their musical tribute to the Vegas legend. Homecoming celebrations continues today with the Rebel Festival Parade at 5 p.m. starting at the Valerie Pita Plaza. All are welcome, and it's free of charge.
And speaking of that homecoming routine, we have someone in studio who is a part of that homecoming routine. And as homecoming festivities enter the midweek, we're going to be talking to a candidate for Rebel Royalty just after the break. Stay with us.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
You know, a lot of people say, when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. I can't lie and say it was easy. I looked at everything in a different light. I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Thank you all for joining us and staying with us. We have in-studio special guest. She's running for homecoming court. She's a senior, Alexis James. Alexis, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
That's good to hear. Thank you for joining us today. Now, you've been a part of the homecoming events this week. Just tell me about the atmosphere this week.
Honestly, it's just amazing seeing everyone come out for school spirit, and my team last night actually took first for our hound dog routine to Elvis. So it's just a great start to the week and looking forward to tonight with the festival.
Awesome, I love to hear that. So just kind of give me a quick rundown on Rebel Royalty for those not familiar right now.
Yeah, of course. It's just a competition between us on the homecoming court. We're running for royalty and everyone can vote on campus.
Awesome, awesome. And just kind of, you're a senior, you've been here through the COVID-19 pandemic, and you've been here for quite a while already, not to age you, sorry about that. Just tell me how Rebel homecoming seasons have changed throughout the years. Obviously the pandemic canceled a lot of things. Just tell me how this year is different.
Yeah, this is just the first year it's fully back on campus and we can have as many participants. So we have actually a really big team. So it's just exciting to see everyone get to participate again and the school spirit come back to life after this long break.
Awesome, that's great to hear as well. So you're now a part of the homecoming court electees or candidates, you could say. What made you decide to come onto the candidate list?
Honestly, I just wanted to go out my senior year on a bang, and it just felt like there's no other way to get more involved than being on the court.
Gotcha. And speaking of involvement too, what does it mean for UNLV students to be so involved on campus, to come to the events and to vote for homecoming court and to go to the homecoming game as well?
It just builds our school spirit. I feel like we're a commuter school, so it's a little bit harder for us. So I just think getting involved and really hyping up these events we have just makes us feel more like a community. Gotcha.
I love to hear that as well. And just kind of circling back to Rebel Royalty itself. It's been a pretty long-standing tradition. Every school has a homecoming. Can you kind of tell me about the history of Rebel Royalty and all that?
Yeah, of course. We do it every year, and this year it's actually really cool. It can be either a king or a queen, or 2 girls or 2 guys. So it's just really nice to see UNLV changing with the times and keeping it open. Gotcha.
Very, very progressive. And this can be a little bit of a spiel for you if you'd like. We've talked before the show about winning and everything. Just tell me what it would mean for you personally if you were to win.
Honestly, it would be so fun, so exciting. I would love to represent my sorority and just show the school how much I've been involved over the years. So I think it would be a really cool testament to all the work I've put in, and I would just love to do that.
And how would it feel also to be on the field at Allegiant Stadium? They make a huge spectacle out of that.
Oh, especially the new stadium. It would be so cool. I already invited my parents, so, you know, I'm really excited.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. And I got one last one for you right now. Just kind of going off of the sorority, Greek life is very involved in the homecoming events. You were a part of that homecoming routine that won last night, and there's 2 different fraternities, your sorority Zeta, and there's Sigma Kappa, and there. Just talk about the Greek unity in there and just kind of mention about how important it is for those students to kind of come through.
Yeah, we actually have a really huge team with the 4 sororities and fraternities, so it's really good seeing all of us come together. It's over 150 of us, and we're really all putting a lot of time and effort from all sides, so I think we have a really good shot, and we can show that, you know, we've evolved and become really close as a community.
And what's been your favorite events so far as this week has gone on? I mean, the bigger events are coming this tonight. You have the parade and you have the festival and everything, which are pretty big events, but the window painting was on Monday, and then we have a few other things. Just tell me about that.
Yeah, the window painting was super fun. Our vision really came to life, and it's holding up, so that's so awesome. And I think that one was really fun because you get to see everyone can participate and put a part in that, as well as the show was so fun. We practiced for hours, literally till midnight the night before. So just going out there and putting on a show for everyone and having everyone come support was just a great way to start the week.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us in studio today, Alexis. That's all the time we got in this interview, and coming up, you're in for a treat. A new spot downtown is in for a ghoulie visit. And before we go, we're going to take a live look out of Colorado this morning, where President Joe Biden is visiting today. He'll be designating his first national monument in his presidency. You can also see we're about to go to break. Wow.
If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. At Boys Town, we know that a parent's mental health is important too. Visit boystown.org/stressedout for great self-care tips for parents. You can even download an ebook to guide you and your family through self-care strategies. Because healthy parents are key to happy families.
It's every parent's nightmare.
UMergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. UMergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. UMergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your UMergency app now.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Spooky season is among us, and there is a new horror cafe that has opened its doors in downtown Las Vegas. Located in the Arts District next to Nightmare Toys, the Nightmare Cafe is a festive visit with Halloween decor all around. It serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Horror-themed drinks are also offered, so it's bar it's just so fun, and it seems like a really nice time to just take your family for a holiday treat. And the cafe is open Sunday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Now, Dom, that cafe seems very fun.
Seems a lot of fun. That's all the time we've got for you guys today, though. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
And yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.